Miku's been having strange dreams as well, it seems. Something about being chased by a clown wearing a sarong and a top hat. Doesn't seem terribly relevant to what's going on at the moment. At least she made me breakfast. So there's always that, right? Ooh, cutscene. Aha, we've actually got post. In fact, come to think of it, having that dresser right by the letter slot is going to be terribly inconvenient. The amount of times letters must just fall straight down the gap between the door and the dresser, that's going to be a hell of a pain. Especially if it's important. Imagine that, getting yourself into debt or some such nonsense because an important letter advising you of money you owed fell down the back of the dresser. Perhaps that's the idea. Sending me testimony tape, along with several other old tapes. They're all quite old, having been dubbed by a gramophone. And they're damaged. Cheers to that, Kay. I'm trying to get them restored now. I'll sell them to you when I'm done. Lately I've been solely researching folklore, legends, folk tales, and folk religion. That was both you and Mafuyu's field, wasn't it? It's an interesting world, but I don't want to get too deep into it. How is Mafuyu's sister, by the way? Miku, right? You tapped that yet? Okay, that's very inappropriate. I'm still searching everywhere I can, but I still don't know the whereabouts of Junsei Takamine. He was, Mafuyu's boss in the first game. Was he spirited away as well? Mio's health is not good, so I put her in the hospital. She only wakes once every 2 days, and then only for a couple hours at a time. I've got to hurry with my research. Regards, Kei Amakura. The plot thickens. Oh wait, this is Miu, by the way. Just so you know. Just randomly send you photographs of my, what was it, niece? Just cuz. Ooh, new tape. Hope it's got some Aerosmith on it. Kinda doubt it though. Yeah, it's all tied together. Well, I say tied together, it's all involved anyway. We'll probably go check on Miku after we find out what's on the tape, I think. Right. Have a listen. My cats will stop demolishing the house in the background. That'd be amazing.
In my dream I saw
Getting tired of having to edit that out.
my mother in that manner.
My dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill.
There was an old shrine. It was cold. Snow was falling. I could hear a song. There were so many people going into the shrine.
It was horrifying. You just hear it drifting across the wind.
Funeral procession.
Maya-hee, Maya-hoo. Terrifying, really.
Everyone was hiding their faces. My mother was among them. No matter how many times
I always recognised my mother by the back of her head.
I kept going further and further.
That tattoo on the back of her neck, you see. One shaped like a barcode.
And just before the door shut, it was like I was going to be left all alone.
Because I was the only one outside. Everyone else had gone to sit by the fire.
I went in just a little bit. If I went any further, I wouldn't be able to come back. But I thought I could meet my mother in there.
Okay. Rather familiar story at this point. People go into the manor, some form of guilt weighing on their minds, blah blah blah. You get the general idea. I mean, it's a nice bit of world building. I mean, I think pretty much all of this is optional. You don't need to listen to like the tapes or anything. You can just progress through this, Ray's story on its own. But it's nice to get some context on both the length of time this has been happening and all the different people it's been happening to. Actually put a face, so to speak, to some of the random ghosts you encounter. Doesn't stop me from, Shutterbug snapping their asses back to the grave, but... Hey, Miku. How you doing, kiddo? So, yeah. What's the matter, you say? That person in the picture on your desk. Don't know how to ask you this. That's my older brother. Honey. He's been missing for quite some time. Yes, except he's not really missing, is it, Miku? We both know it's not just a case of missing. Yeah, he went to live with his ghost girlfriend. Yeah, Mafuyu was kind of weird. chair lies next to Matthew in the bed. He doesn't mind the fact that she's dead. It turns him on. It turns him on. Yeah. The rigor mortis has taken its toll. Try to point out that she's stiff as a pole, but Matthew will never put her back in the hole he found her in. That he found her in. Maybe notice from that cutscene, that wasn't Ray. That ass was far too scrawny. Yep, we're here again. Back in the Himimura? The mansion from the first game.
Dream again. I thought I wasn't going to have it anymore.
Except with subtle Silent Hillian differences. You understand what I mean, assuming you've played the first game in a moment.
Don't want to see anymore.
Not much left that isn't on display, is there, love? I'm just saying. I know, you're dead, you're sort of beyond modesty at this point, but still. Stay away. Yeah. So believe it or not, despite being probably the physically frailest protagonist we'll play as, and there will be more, Miku is arguably the most powerful. I mean, she's been doing this ghost-busting shit for years. Compared to Ray and, the other characters we're going to encounter. You see what I mean once we actually get our hands on the camera. I'm pretty sure we don't start with it, do we? Sanskrit letters, blah blah blah. You remember this puzzle from the first game. Find a mask, hang it on the door. Now, considering how flimsy most of this era's construction is, with Japanese architecture, you could probably just kick it, even Miku could probably just kick it down. Seriously, like I say, if Ray weighs 5 pounds wet, Miku probably gets blown away in a strong breeze. I'd say even she could probably kick this thing down. Remember there was a giant evil face in the ceiling in the first game. Don't know if that's actually there or not. It makes sense. Bonus points and all that. Okay. I'm watching you, Ropes. You think I don't know what your game is? It's Project 03. Camera, there we go. Knew it was here somewhere. So why exactly Miku has just like a random other camera in her dream, that's never really explained. They get raided as well. Perhaps it's part of them being photographers. Part of their personal identity and all that. No, not this shit again. Basically is what she's thinking here. Evil! Yeah, I was wrong. There's actually a mirror scare. Pretty sure there never was in the first game. That's what they're relying on. Having a scare that wasn't present. That's sealed at the moment, hence the talismans. So that leaves us only one other choice, really, doesn't it? Good. Ooh, she's looking down at something. That means there's a goodie in my future. Yep, there it is. Damn though, those thigh-high stockings. Damn. She may not exactly have Ray's, more generous, shall we say, proportions, but... Zyla, I think she's actually the more fetishized of the two characters. Not just because of the weird stockings or whatever else have you. The overly cutesy voice, but... I don't know. It's hard to explain. Play the game yourself, you'll get the sensation I'm talking about. Yeah. It's a shrine to the deceased, I do believe. Candles in the photograph and all that. Little tablet thing. Smells like a puzzle! That I can't use. Really? There's no other way to go though, the other door was sealed. Well, both the other doors were sealed in various fashions. I don't remember having to backtrack through the Himuro mansion. Perhaps you do have to come here as another character. Pretty much certain that particular puzzle is, you know, unique to Ray. Each of the characters have different puzzles. You again! But not unique ghosts, apparently. Did I tell you already? Oh. She doesn't auto-track, does she? Ah, there you go. See that shit? She gets a longer shutter chance, and her charge-up shot thing actually lasts longer as well. Yeah, it's a lot more damage than we were doing to the other guy. Actually, might be the same guy. You know what I mean. Sack face here. Fuck you! I missed that shot in time. Yep, I missed. Never mind. Never mind. What did I mention? Up yours, son! Nope. Go away and buy a face. Something on the floor where the man with the hatchet was. No, don't keep me in suspense, Miku. The simulacrum mask. Blank expressionless mask. I don't remember that. Was that something from the first game? I thought they were themed masks in the first game. I got a sacred stone. Special ability. Push circle. Alright, okay. It's a way of using the slow ability outside of camera mode. And it works on a charge. Or meter, more accurately. So rather than it having like a predetermined little time limit thing that only works when you're in camera mode, as long as you've got sufficient power built up in the meter, you can keep it active for a long time. See what I mean here? Not only she got the most powerful camera, that was a 5-point charge system, as opposed to Ray's 4-point. I think the other character you get, he has a huge health bar, but you know, yeah, I'm wrong about everything. There is jump scares in this. But they're not jump scares in the sense of something jumping out at you. They're jump scares in what's supposed to be the meaning of the word, something that scares you by making you jump. God damn it, Project Zero. Yeah, the other guy, I think he has the weakest spiritual powers of the lot. His camera does piss all damage, unless you're using high-powered film. I think he has a load of health compared to the girls. He's also the only character that can move heavy objects as well, as I recall. It's not a spoiler, I mean, we've come across multiple, or is it just one instant? We've come across at least one instant, and we have one of the girls here mentioning that they need a man to move something heavy for them. Yeah. That's his gimmick. He can move heavy objects. I think he also has a hide mechanic. He's the only one of the characters that has the common sense to hide and let things go away. That might actually be more related to the fact he does pitiful damage to ghosts, actually. Yeah, it's probably more related to that, now I've come to think of it. Oh, it's you again. Slow down! Oh god, that depletes really quickly. What was even the point? Seriously, what was the point? That depletes so quickly I didn't have a chance to actually do any damage. Okay. Where are you, wench? Up there you are. Surprise! Whoosh! Crap, I missed. What a beautiful face you got there. Got a nice close-up there. Wasn't particularly helpful. There she is. She can fly like an eagle. Whee! Shoulda shot. Nope. Well, that's the first time I've been grabbed in this game, isn't it? Slow down. That's the wrong button entirely. Crap. Oh, time to look up my files. No, not really. We're in the middle of a deadly boss fight. For our very soul. Oh yeah, over this way somewhere? Ah! Gotcha. Not today, bitch! You got paparazzi'd. She's sleeping with the fishes, boss? There's something on the floor. You mean in the water? It's the Twilight Stone. Ew! There's a terrible fanfiction scrawled on the back. These people will pay money for that shit. Yeah, they do. My god, where my world coming to? Okay. Okay. Just need to think this through logically. What is going to be the most awkward piece to get into position? Probably the one in the top right, actually. I think pretty much all the others can be moved in a single move, so I do that. Then... that there, that over there. No, wait. That over there. Then that goes up top, and yeah, there you go. That works just fine. Huh. I see in the first game it was possible to do those without using all the moves, and I think you actually got bonus points for doing so. I don't reckon that puzzle could be done without using all 6 moves, though. Strangely enough. Oop. Glowy, glowy. What's glowing? It's a surprisingly visible ghost girl. Yeah, she's genuinely a lot more opaque than pretty much all the others I've come across. Paris hasn't got the whole transparent thing down. Maybe she's new to this. Try and get an angle, trick the game into letting me get a photograph of her without going into the cage. There we go. Perfect. All the points, none of the risk. I haven't actually upgraded anything yet, have I? We do need to upgrade my camera at some point. Now, perhaps when it becomes a bit more relevant, when the bosses start getting a bit harder, perhaps. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you had the same thing in the first game. Wasn't a scare then, isn't a scare now. Again, I expect that's probably the designer sort of trolling you to a degree. It's like the last time there was a mirror, there was a scare. Ooh, all rules are off this time, son. Ew. It's covered in black mould is what she's saying. It's a shame to happen to such a fine piece of artwork. Perhaps sell it to one of the collectors over in Silent Hill, they won't know the difference. Yeah. I know I like my prisoners literate. What kind of a cage features a mini library? Everything that's wrong with today's prisons. Too soft, damn it! Oh god. The snow is falling. It's a quiet night. This could be the last snow of the 10 years of changing seasons I've watched from this window. As I watch the snow, I get the feeling that somehow something has passed. Finally, I've severed all my attachments. I'll give my body over to the ropes and seal the gates. Kizuna Himuro. Except it didn't exactly happen that way, did it? Yeah. I assume this is the same girl from the first game, the one that fell in love with, like, was he a random artist or some such? Or writer who came to the mansion? And because she didn't want to die, that buggered up the ritual. Really messed up shit. They keep these girls isolated and locked up to the point they no longer value their own lives, and somehow that lets them suppress the evil that would kill everyone else. The fact they don't care if they live or die. You know, quite understood that particular bit of the mythos. Sure to make more sense if these girls had a desperate desire to protect someone or something. That would truly lend more weight to their soul's ability to keep the gates shut. Then again, if raised to be believed, there's something to be said for the power of apathy. Again, after all that, I'm not sure the torture is necessary. I mean, how reliable is a soul that's apathetic, that remembers its last moments on Earth as being horrendously and torturously painful? Would you want to rely on such a person to keep you safe? I sure as the fuck wouldn't. I mean, if you're supposed to be preventing attachments to stop them being resentful about being dead, be sure the torture's not going to help. It was a fake out. Or was it? I sense another epic boss battle in the future. I'll say epic. Miku is ridiculously overpowered at this point. Could have kicked this poor spook's ass. If it had one. Which I don't think it does, actually.